Today we are going to start the first chapter from your grammar book, your Fun with Grammar book, and the name of the chapter is Sentences and Phrases. So everybody please open your book. We already have an idea about what a sentence is and what a phrase is, right? But we are going to recapitulate on what we have already learned in class 7, and this will be the first 2 or 3 chapters is like a revision of that. Okay, recapitulation of what we already know. So what is the definition of a sentence? Can you tell me the definition of a sentence? A sentence which makes a complete sense. Okay, a group of words arranged in the proper sequence to give a complete sense, that is called a sentence, right? Okay, so this phrases, can you tell me what a phrase is? Yes, correct. Sentence definition you have given properly. Can you tell me what a phrase is? A phrase is a group of words which gives some sense but not a complete sense. Okay, the first part of the chapter deals with the sentence. It was just a recapitulation of what we already know. So a sentence is a group of words which make a proper sense, which gives a complete sense. It has to give a complete sense. Now there are 2 parts of a sentence. If we divide it, the sentence is made up of 2 parts, subject and predicate. Okay, subject and predicate. Let us take a sentence. We have 2 classes of English every day. So this sentence, this is a sentence, does it make a proper sense? Yes, it does. So about this part is the subject. Subject concerns, it's a noun or a pronoun or a group of words that does the work of a noun. Okay, and the predicate consists of one word or several words which tells us something about the subject. So this part is the subject and this part is the predicate. Basic, right? You already know about it. Good. Now let us come to the first exercise. Identify the subject and the predicate. Let us start with the first exercise. Identify the subject and the predicate. Exercise number A we will do in the book. Okay. Now your classwork you will be doing in your copy, and it has to be the school copy. Okay. The copy which has been given by the school. When everything is functioning properly, I would ask you to complete the works in the copy. Those exercises which I ask you to do in the copy, you will be doing them in the classwork copy. Okay, and you will be giving a scanned image of those pages which you have done, and that will be submitted in the e-portal, but not now. Okay, let the classes begin properly. It's still a few days left. For that, we are just going to study now, but afterwards you will have to show us the copy also. So do write whatever classwork work. This exercise you can do it in book, but some exercises need to be done in copy, and I will let you know about it. Okay. So the first exercise, Meena has come first in the race. Meena, subject, has come first in the race is the predicate. Question number 2, lazy boys come last. Subject is lazy boys and come last is the predicate. Okay. Lazy boys, subject, this is the predicate. Okay. Number 3, the sun rises in the east. The sun, subject. Boshundhara, this exercise you are just going to underline it and write it in your book. I will tell you which part or which exercises to do in copy. Okay. This exercise is to be done in book. Okay. Number 4, the foolish crow tried to be the peacock. Underline the foolish crow and write subject, tried to be the peacock, predicate. Number 5, my parents and my brother, subject, have gone to the market, predicate. Okay. 6, 7 and 8, you tell me what you have done. It's very easy. So tell me. Number 6. I, subject, have met Raman's father, predicate. Okay, then 7 and 8. Yes, correct. Number 7. Number 7. What is the subject? Shomik has done and given me a snapshot of it. Okay, thousands of trees. Thousands of trees is the subject and the rest is the predicate. Number 8, the teacher, subject, gave him a prize, predicate. Okay, so this is very simple. Let us proceed to the next portion, that is the object. Okay, now what is the object in a sentence? When the verb in a sentence is a transitive verb, we have already learnt about transitive verbs. Okay, so when the verb is a transitive verb, then it requires an object to complete its meaning, right? So when the verb is a transitive verb, it requires an object to complete its meaning. That object, about that we are going to start. Okay, so the action of the verb is directed towards the object. She threw the ball. So threw is the verb. It's specifically a transitive verb and the action of the verb is directed towards ball, okay, or the ball. So ball is the object. This becomes the object of the verb. This is the simplest way in which you can understand. So the object of the transitive verb is the noun towards which, or noun phrase also, towards which the action of the verb is indicated, right? Now verbs, objects can be of two types, direct object and indirect object. The teacher teaches history here. History is the direct object. If I say history to the class, okay, then this one becomes an indirect object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So a transitive verb can have more than one object. So The object which is directly linked to the action of the verb is called the direct object, and the object which is linked indirectly to the action of the verb is called the indirect object. Now this kind of verbs which has two objects are called ditransitive verbs. Okay, this kind of verbs are called the ditransitive verbs. Verbs having two objects. Transitive verbs which has two objects, are called ditransitive verbs. Okay. Now come to the first exercise under objects, that is exercise number B. You will have to we can only see half the board. Okay, wait, let me fix it. Can you see the board now? No, you can't see. Better? So I will try to keep it in the first section. Okay, the section which you can see. So the teacher teaches history to the class. In this sentence there are two objects. One is the direct object and the other one is the indirect object. Let us come to the first exercise, or the second exercise under the chapter, and first exercise under object. Exercise number B. This one also you are going to do in the book. Circle the direct objects and underline the indirect objects, if any, in the following sentences. So let us start with the first exercise under objects. I bought a cycle for my brother. So can you tell me what is the direct object? The direct object is cycle and the indirect object is brother. Okay, so this is the direct object and brother is the indirect object. Now you may or may not include the articles or the possessives along with the nouns, it's up to you, but the actual object is just this cycle, just this brother. But if you want, you can include my also or a also while giving the underline, right? Okay. Now the rest I am just going to tell you verbally because our class time is over. I think our class is still 11:30, right? Okay. Number 2, the man, sorry, not that. The teacher told them a story. The teacher told them a story. Underline a story and write direct object, underline them and write indirect object. Them is the indirect object, okay? Story is the direct object. Sometimes the direct object might be placed after the indirect object, but you will have to understand that what is the exact thing upon which the action of the verb is indicated. Telling what? Telling story, okay? She told them, or the teacher told them a story. So the teacher's action of telling is directed on the story, and who are listening to it? Them. So the direct object is story. Yes, please give your attendance. All of you write your name in the chat box, and I am just telling you the answers of exercise number B. So number 2, them is indirect object, story direct object. Number 3, if you miss out some portions of the class, I will be uploading this class to the YouTube channel, so do check it out there, okay? Question number 3, please buy me a school bag. A school bag will be direct object, me will be indirect object. Number 4, she gave a good advice. A good advice is the direct object. Number 5, she gave him a gift. A gift, direct object, him, indirect object. Number 6, salary, direct object, guard, indirect object. Number 7, Chinese pencil box, direct object. Number 8, listened to the story. The story, direct object. Number 9, my apology, direct object. Number 10, history, direct object. Rita, indirect object. Did you get it? If you have missed any portion, do hear it once again in the YouTube channel, and of course you can ask me about it in the next class. Okay, so bye students. Do write your roll number in the chat box.